The timing on that, obviously, it's funny because everybody thinks they're an expert on the law. But when you come in now and you look at like what could possibly happen, obviously, if you have squatters in there, there's things we can talk about to, I guess, prevent them first. So let's go that route first before we talk about once they're in there. So
Hmm.
preventative steps. What are some things people can do? How do some of the most successful professional real estate investors protect their homes from squatters' rights where they're vacant or in between tenants or whatever it might be?
So the easiest thing to do is just make sure that it looks like somebody is paying attention, mowing the lawn, making sure that spider webs don't build up, making sure that there's like a porch light on. The way that these places are targeted is like, yeah, you can look up online on PropStream or whatever and you look for a vacant property, but most of the time squatters are not getting into the technological aspect of this, and they're just like, this place looks like it's empty, and they look in the window, right? So that's the easiest is just to make sure that that you've got some indication that somebody's, if they're not living there, at the very least, like somebody's paying attention. If it's for rent, put a sign outside. If it's completely vacant for a while and it's a vacation home, make sure that somebody's like dropping by, making sure that they're checking on it. But the thing that I like to do with like things like flips and rentals is get a little portable burglar alarm from. It's not so much portable; it's just that it's modular and you can take it anywhere you want. From Simply Safe, they're not sponsored by me or anything. I'm not getting any money for it, but if you order it through my website and Squatter Defender, I actually do get a kickback on that, so that's nice. But but just because it's good, you can take it and put it and put it in each rental unit that you have for no extra charge. It doesn't need to be monitored, but it will ping your phone and say, "Hey, we got a motion alert," or "the door has been opened." And unless you're expecting somebody, then you've got a notification. If you have monitoring like you do with a regular burglar alarm, it's going to cost you whatever, like $30 a month, and that's a little arduous across like tons of properties. It's just not unnecessary. But if you have a notification that somebody is in there, they're not going to be able to establish that credibility that we were talking about before. You're going to know pretty quickly. If you got a camera, which I think that's an extra like $100 on top, then you can see like, all right, there's someone in there, and then you can either call somebody if you're not local, or you just drive over there. But you have a notification that somebody's in there.
So I use the term a lot. I tell people that the way you keep things from becoming big problems is you handle them when they're small problems. Is that kind of what you're doing here? Is you're making sure you identify it quickly so it never gets to the point where they can claim anything crazy?
Exactly, exactly. So as long as you know about it straight away, then, it's not going to become a problem. What becomes a problem is when people just have a vacant property that they're not paying attention to, and somebody has been living there for, lawfully or not, for weeks or months or sometimes even longer. And then suddenly they've got a lot of credibility established. They've got utilities in their names. They got all sorts of stuff. It's very rare that somebody goes to the trouble to go like changing utilities without first occupying a space for at least some measure of time. It's not like, all right, I'm going to put the electric bill in here and then I'm going to break into this place. Like, no, you break in and then you start changing all the things. Once you look around, you're like, okay, yeah, no one's checking around this thing, so this is where I'm going to squat. And then you start doing stuff. But if you got a notification on your phone, Nick, like, yeah, you're going to do something about it.